Good morning. It is early on March 8th, not super early because it's 7:30 my time, and the Women's Prize long list was announced this morning at like 4 a.m. So 9:30 GMT, but 4:30 EST. So I have not seen it yet. I have avoided looking at my phone. I have avoided everything so far this morning. So I'm going to look at it now and give you my reaction. A couple of things before I look at it that I'm hoping to see there. I'm hoping to see Elif Shafak's The Island of Missing Trees, and I'm also hoping to see the love songs of W.E.B. Du Bois there. Yeah, I bought it. Don't at me. A couple of things I've seen people predict that I think might be there are of Women in Salt by Gabriela Garcia and The Women of Troy by Pat Barker. I don't think this one will be there, but we'll see. You never know what the judges are going to pick. You also don't know what's submitted, which was a good point that somebody made about this one, is that it's been on a lot of prediction lists, but the publisher in the UK has a lot of eligible books, so they may not have even submitted it. So let's jump in and see what the long list looks like. Oh, okay. So this one is definitely on there. I'm actually really excited about this. This one did not make it, which honestly probably means it wasn't submitted. I do see one on there that I don't want to read, so hopefully it didn't make the short list because I don't want to read it. Hold on. I have a mess. Okay, so we have Build Your House Around My Body, which a lot of people predicted. It's over here. I'm very interested to read this one. We have Careless by Christy Capes. I have never even heard of this one, so I'll have to look that up and see what my thoughts are on that. Creatures of Passage, again, something I've never heard of, so that one will be fun to look into. Flamingo, again, something I haven't heard of. That's the thing with the long list for the Women's Prize, is a lot of times I haven't heard of a lot of the books, so it is a good opportunity to read things that I might not have read ordinarily. So How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House would fit that bill, and it was fantastic. So I have high hopes for some of these that I've never heard of. Great Circle, which a lot of people predicted. This is like about a woman who, it's like Amelia Earhart, so she's before her time pilot, and then it's also spliced in with a woman in, no, I don't think it's present day. I'm not really sure if it's present day or not, but in another time frame that is playing this woman in a movie about her life. So that's interesting. Remote Sympathies. Haven't heard of that one. Haven't heard of Salt Lick. Sorrow and Bliss. I don't know what this is about, but I know that it was on, I think, Anna James's prediction list, and I've seen it on a couple of other prediction lists, so I'm not actually all that surprised to see that one. The Book of Form and Emptiness by Ruth Ozeki. Not surprised to see this. I don't think a lot of people predicted this one to be there. I don't have a huge interest in, even though I enjoyed Ruth Ozeki's first book, but I mean, I'll probably read it. Then we have the Bread and the Devil Need. That's an interesting title. I have not heard of that one. The Exhibitionist. Also haven't heard of that one. The Final Revival of Opal and Nev. I've seen going around. This one, I think it's about music, which doesn't overly interest me. It gives me like Daisy Jones and the Six vibes, which I'm sure it's not at all that, but just because a lot of people talk about it as a guitar on the cover, sounds like it's music related. may or may not read this one. Not overly interested in it, but you know. Then we have The Island of Missing Trees by Elif Shafak, which I am currently reading. This is about, so it follows a little girl who's the daughter of two immigrants from Cyprus. So one is Turkish and one is Greek. And then there's also the other perspective is from a fig tree that was brought from the island of Cyprus to England. And it's very interestingly told, but beautifully written, and I am really enjoying it so far. So definitely excited for this one to be on there, obviously. Paper Palace, I've seen this one. I looked up the synopsis, and it's basically an infidelity story, which I don't love. And Anna James straight up hated this, which makes me laugh. I think a lot of people have really enjoyed this one. I will only read this if it makes the shortlist, to be completely honest. The Sentence by Louise Erdrich, I expected this to be here just because when I heard the synopsis of this, I thought that's a women's prize book. So this was one of the ones that I kind of expected to be here and would be interested to read. It's about a ghost, I think, that haunts a bookstore. And I don't know entirely the full premise, but that's what I've been hearing about it, and it sounds like it would be pretty interesting. And then This One Sky Day, which I will be ordering the UK edition of immediately because it sounds fantastic. I almost bought this book when I was in Cincinnati, but in the US it's called Popecia or something like that. It has a different name and a really weird cover. This is the UK cover, and then this is the US cover. So I wanted to have the UK cover if it made the list because it just, I don't know. I like the look of the UK cover and the title, and also, you know, for my Pretty Women's Prize stack, I don't want not the same title. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I'm pretty excited about this. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 titles that I kind of had heard about and thought would be there. And then there's a couple that I had heard of but didn't think it would be there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 of the 16 books I've never even heard of. So I'm going to be looking those up today and seeing if I'm interested in them. And yeah, I will start reading some of these right away, just the ones that I am definitely interested in. And then as the shortlist gets announced, which I think is in either late April, I think it's in late April, early May, something like that. I don't know. I'll have to look at, actually it's right here. The shortlist gets announced April 27th. So yeah, late April. And then I will hunker down and read whatever I haven't read by that point. So yes, I would love to hear what your thoughts are on these books. If you've read any of the ones that I hadn't heard of, I would love to hear what you thought about them. And if you're excited for the Women's Prize, let's just share the excitement in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!